This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.
As you're going about your daily activities, the best way to prevent exposure to this virus is to wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after being in public place or after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing. If soap and water are not readily available, use your hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Avoid touching your eyes, your nose and mouth with unwashed hands. Avoid close contacts too with people who are sick. Some people may are without the symptoms, but they do have COVID-19. They are called asymptomatic. So it is very important to avoid all close contact with everyone that is sick. Avoid touching your eyes. Some people without the symptoms may be able to spread the virus. Stay at home as much as possible and avoid non-essential travel. Practice social distancing by keeping at least 2 meters away from others if you must go out in public. Cover your mouth and nose with a face mask when around. Cover your coughs and sneezes too. Use a tissue to cover your nose and mouth and throw used tissues in trash can. If a tissue isn't available, cough or sneeze into your elbow, not your hands. Wash your hands immediately. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces daily. Surfaces like your tables, your door knobs, your light switches, your handles, your desk, phones, keyboards, toilets, and the likes. Welcome to the program. This is Abia State COVID-19 Update, the second edition for the week. My name is Michael Oni. On this program, we highlight daily reports of the Interministerial Committee on the Control of COVID-19 as well as the Abia State Governor Ikpeazu's efforts in ensuring that the state is safe from this virus. It is running simultaneously every weekday, Mondays through Fridays on several radio stations in the state on BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Buzz 89.7 FM and Rail 99.1 FM. Let's do the figures now. As of 7:50 a.m. today, Tuesday, the 19th day in the month of May 2020. Globally, 4.8 million infections. Let me be specific now. 4,894,278 infections of coronavirus have been recorded, leading to the deaths of 320,189 people. And 1,909,233 people have recovered. Now, let's break it down to the country. Nigeria's tally of the confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the country exceeded 6,000 as 216 newly infected people were announced yesterday by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Now, the total number of the confirmed cases in this country rose to 6,175. 9 people also died from the virus on Monday, and the new cases were reported in 15 states. So till date, we have 6,175 reported and confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. 1,644 cases have been discharged, and 192 deaths have been recorded in 34 states and the Federal Capital Territory. In Abia State, the number of active cases in this state as of this morning is 6. Of the 5 new cases, incidentally, 3 of them are recent returnees from Lagos, while the other 2 are currently asymptomatic and have no travel history. Medical rapid response team have moved to the affected local government, and they've started aggressive contact tracing. This is the program, Abia State COVID-19 Update, running on several radio stations. And this morning, we want to know more about the index cases and update you, of course, and also update with the contact tracing. We will have the Abia State epidemiologist, Lady Pisun Wogugu, join us later on the program. So welcome. And as you stay listening to your radio, maybe from your car, from your house, wherever you're listening, make sure that you're practicing social distancing as recommended, and of course You're washing your hands regularly. Make sure you do not touch your eyes and your nose and your face, because that's the only way the virus gets into your body and infects your body system.
This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.
So there was a press conference yesterday. The governor addressed some selected journalists right there in about the commercial capital of the state, where he made it known about the recent cases of COVID-19 in Abia State, and he also mentioned that the state rapid response team has immediately swung into action for contact tracing in Ofeme, Afugiri, and the local communities, all in Umuahia North and South local government areas, where 3 out of the new 5 cases are from.
These 5 new cases, incidentally, 3 of them are returnees from Lagos, while the other 2 are asymptomatic and have no history of previous travel. The circumstance of these cases has brought to the fore the need for us to re-emphasize total closure of our borders and commitment by every person, especially those that have assigned the duty of manning our borders. I want to announce to us that yesterday evening, some results of samples we sent for testing returned, and we have 5 new cases on our hands now. Recall that we had 2 index cases which we'll be managing since the past 3 weeks or so, and we are happy to announce that 1 out of those 2 cases, the male index case, has returned 2 consecutive negative results, and we've long discharged him. The other index case returned a negative results, but could not make it the second time, and therefore she is still being managed, and it is our desire and hope that she will remain stable until she returns 2 consecutive negative results. So the total number of cases in Abia this afternoon is 6. These 5 new cases, incidentally, 3 of them are returnees from Lagos, while the other 2 are asymptomatic and have no history of previous travel. The circumstance of these cases has brought to the fore the need for us to re-emphasize total closure of our borders and commitment by every person, especially those that have assigned the duty of manning our borders. The war against COVID-19 is a war that has tasked everybody to show leadership at all levels. This is not a government business. It concerns each and every one of us, and we expect that every Abian And indeed, every Nigerian should show leadership at the family level, at the community level, at the church level, indeed at all levels. Because it is only when we take responsibility that we all can put our acts together and win this war. We have ignited our rapid response team to move into the affected local governments and locations and start aggressive and deep contact tracing. This will take us from Ofeme through Afugri on to Olokoro. And we want residents in these communities, especially those that have come in contact with these cases, to please come forward and make the contact tracing exercise a little easier for us. We will reach each and every person that has come into contact with these patients, and we will take samples and ensure that they are tested for us to know where we are. I want to once again say that we are not deterred by these results, because already we have enough facilities to take care of the cases. You are aware that we just commissioned a 100-bedded isolation center with oxygen concentrators, ventilators, and patient monitors at Amachara. The isolation center in Aba Infectious Diseases Hospital is also ready. This is in addition to the very first isolation center in Amachara. So we have capacity to take between 150 and 170 patients should the case arise. It is our desire and hope that we'll be able to nurse these patients back to health in no distant time. But we must emphasize the determination of government to review the ease on our lockdown initiative should the case arise. And if our transporters, especially the Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers, and all those that are involved in the movement of people from one location to another, refuse to take heed of the signals that are arising from these three cases that I mentioned earlier, will be left with no option than to target these transporters and sanction them accordingly. Government will leave no stone unturned to protect innocent and helpless citizens.
This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.
It is still the second edition of the program Abia State COVID-19 update for the week. It's live on several radio stations in the state, and we have the Abia State epidemiologist joining us through the phone this morning, talking about Lady Peace Unwogogo. Good to have you join us this morning, Lady Peace.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning to you. Now, we want to have an update on the latest figures now. We understand that you're heading the rapid response team, and there is aggressive contact tracing ongoing. But we want you to break it down for us so that we can have an idea of what happened, especially at the Olokoro axis of Umahia South local government area of Abia State.
Okay, thank you very much. As you know, we just have 5 new cases confirmed over the weekend. And the 5 cases that have been admitted at SMC, at our isolation center at Amatara, at their specialist hospital, Amatara. They have been comfortably admitted, and the case management is going on. Our doctors and nurses are there attending to them. And the rapid response team has also started to identify the contacts to all these cases. We've been to Olokoro, Olokoro, Amawam Oboro, and also Ofemi and Afugiri. So some contacts have been identified and limited, and the contact situation and following has even started. We have just commenced that. And apart from that, all our frontline workers at LGA team, they are also at work. We've commenced active cases in these communities, headed by the LGA DSS and their team. All we need to do is to get everybody that has come in contact with these cases, at least within the past 14 days, and we'll follow them up. Those that were in close contact, we categorize as high-risk contacts. We will take their samples and for further lab investigation. And this is just one sure means of controlling the spread in the community.
Okay, Lady Peace, we understand that 3 of the new cases reported in Abia State are recent returnees from Lagos, and one of them, especially the Olokoro axis, came into the state to prepare for a burial. Can you give us an update on that also?
Yeah, some of them, they're just returning to the state despite the lockdown and the border restriction movement across the border. So when they came in, we know the communities, we got people alert from the communities, and we quickly mobilized, went to these communities and collected their samples. The thing is that we didn't even know about maybe burial. Probably they have a burial at hand, but we are not sure of the source of maybe the corpse. If the corpse was from Abia State or imported from another location. But the information we have is that 2 of them are returnees from Lagos.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Lady Peace, for the update this morning.
Thank you.
All right. It's very important that you stay safe. Now, you've heard. It's confirmed. Very important, especially as you go about your daily activities on the streets of Abia State. Use your face mask. Maintain social distancing. These are some of the precautionary measures put in place for us to beat this virus, COVID-19. Let's hear from you this morning. We want to hear from you. What do you make of the COVID-19, especially the new cases, and how are you staying safe? 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. Drop messages on 0906 510 8289. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Michael.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Mensa Ike.
All right.
God bless you. Yes, I want to once again commend the government, Dr. Ikpeazu, for a job well done so far in tackling this issue of COVID-19 pandemic. And you can see why he's doing that. That has not led him to neglect every other activities, including the care he's been giving the roads in Umai, especially, and that of Aba. But the truth is that we have so many of us, individuals in Abia, that still believes this coronavirus is a scam. They are bringing some of these rumors, discouraging others who are supposed to be taking care of themselves, and putting out the precautionary measures stated for us to do. But the truth is that coronavirus is real.
All right, sir.
It is all for us to do the needful. Before I go, just one more time, let them go back to the Bible and remember that God says, blessed are those who did not see but believe. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
I'm Prophet Stephen from Ezamu Bakala.
Welcome, Prophet.
Now, we had just up to 5 coronavirus people. Now, let our governor take the worshippers to pray to the Almighty Father so that all this thing may stop, because we start terrorizing. And let our governor let this thing don't differentiate his mind from Aba mega building that is going to do. So may the Almighty bless him in Jesus' name.
All right, thank you very much, Prophet, for your contribution. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome. What's your name? Move away from your radio set, please.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. It's Chineye from Omadipo Local.
All right, welcome, Chineye.
Okay, what I want to say is aspect of the borders. The securities that we keep at the borders, why are they collecting money apart from the salary they are being paid? They are the one, like I have friends that travel from other states to Lagos. That was as of last week. They pay 15,000 to go back to Lagos. They say when they get to the borders, we pay them money. They will arrive fast, which is no good. They are just putting our lives at risk. They should stop collecting money and let the borders be closed so that we'll be safe. That's my own say.
All right, thank you very much. You've spoken well. Good morning to you.
Yeah?
Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Michael.
Yes, good morning.
Robinson, coming from Bausi, Eastern Anambra North Local Government of Abia State.
All right.
I've been following you guys this morning on Abia State COVID-19 update. I want to make a report on something.
All right, please do that quickly because of our time.
Yeah. Akwa Ibom people have been running around through our road. This Mbausi road.
Okay.
They have been moving around through Mbausi road. So since there is a lockdown, I don't see the reason why they should be coming around this side. So for so long now, they have been running around this road. So I want to, maybe can inform the government for them to come and block the road, this Mbausi road.
Okay.
Because Akwa Ibom people every day they normally come through this way. Thank you.
Thank you very much for bringing that to our notice. Thank you very much for being part of the program. The program returns tomorrow. Abia State COVID-19 update. And many thanks to the partnering stations, BCA FM, Flow FM, Vision Africa Radio, Buzz FM, and Real FM. My name is Michael Oni. Stay safe and take responsibility.
This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.